love it. The calls.
You'll eventually get the 20% back. That Silver Connect card is going to pay her co-payments. Remicade, I believe, is an injectable, and her hospitalization co-payments. And tell them to turn his Part B on. Okay. We actually have another caller. I'm sorry about this. I have a tiny little bit of a following. If you see my head get big, pop it, please. All right. I have a caller on line 2. Michael Regan, how can I help you?
Hi, Michael. This is Marie.
Yes, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. No complaints. Just having some fun with some friends here in the studio.
That's good. I just wanted to thank you for all your help with my health insurance.
Okay.
I was there today.
No last names for HIPAA reasons.
Oh, no.
We always protect your privacy.
I just wanted to thank you. You were such a help to me, and, I couldn't have done it without you. And I also wanted to thank you for helping my son, too, and it wasn't even about an insurance matter.
No,
and
I know exactly who this is. He was nice enough. He was nice enough to drive his mother to an appointment. That's my kind of guy. I mean, I'm a mama's boy. So
yeah, well, that's a good thing.
He drives his mom, explains his story to me, and obviously a knowledgeable young man. I believe he was 20 or 21 years old, right?
Well, actually 32.
Oh, he's 32.
Well, yeah, he's going to be 33 in May.
Well, it didn't matter what the age was. I mean, the fact that he took the time out of his day to do that, he asked me for a referral. Obviously, I'm in a lucky position in life, so I just reached right out to one of my friends and tried to make a connection for the employment for him. It was really my pleasure, honestly.
Well, we were very appreciative for that.
I'm lucky to have your business. Thank you very much for listening to the show, and thanks for calling in.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it.
Have a good one.
Take care.
Appreciate your time.
You too.
All right.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. All right, so let's get back to the seniors Medicare. We have a new chief at the Mattatuck Museum. I am lucky enough to be on the board of directors, and as you know, you listen to the show, every top of the hour we have Stephanie Harris. We're going to do a live Mattatuck Minute, and then Robert Burns, goes by Bob, currently was the Vice President of Development at Alana, O-L-A-N-A Partnership, which is a nonprofit in the state of New York. I think it's in the Hudson Valley region. We've been blessed. Marie Galbraith and the recruiting crew went out and found us. Honestly, 100% home run. The gentleman's intelligent. I've met with him a few times. I've had 4-hour meetings with him, and his attention to detail is outstanding. I'm not going to do a lot of talking today. My topics are life insurance and charitable giving. The reason my charitable gifting of life insurance is the topic is because I believe in the museum. I'm going to let Stephanie do the Mattatuck Minute. Producer Nick will keep us on time for commercials to plug the sponsors. Robert Burns, Stephanie Harris in the studio. Take it away, Stephanie.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We've got the third Thursday coming up, and it's going to be celebrating St. Patrick's Day tomorrow, and it's Willie O'Nininger, who's been at the museum in the past. He's going to do an Irish performance for us. There's going to be a dance floor out. We're inviting everyone to come out and show us their best Irish jig. That's going to be 5:30 to 7:30 tomorrow night at the museum. And Bob's got the Irish accent going. I can't really do that myself.
Top of the morning to you.
There you go.
Of course.
So it should be a blast.
That's clearly Irish.
And then we've also got First Thursday coming up in a couple weeks, and that's going to be a jazz performance by Gomez and Sadlon. They do a guitar and saxophone duo. And that's April 5th, which is the first Thursday in April, 5:30 to 7:30. We're on TV now. Look into the camera. And we've also got a whole lineup of programs coming up. We're working on our April through June brochure, so check out the website and be waiting for that to come in the mail. So we're really excited about all the things happening at the Mattatuck.
Okay, so for those new, check out what website?
www.mattatuckmuseum.org.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
All right, so that was the live Mattatuck Minute for the first time. It was great.
First time ever.
All right. Robert Burns, goes by Bob, is our new executive director. He really doesn't like the word executive, so we're calling him the new director, which you did have said. We have a caller on line one that's Okay. Let's let that caller call through. Michael Regan, how can I help you?
Hi, Michael. It's Harvey Freitman here at the Naugatuck Senior Center.
My friend who writes the best thank you letters. How you doing, sir?
I'm very good. I was actually listening to your program about the activities being held at that Mattatuck Museum, and sign me up. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, do the little Irish jig.
Good to hear. We like that.
Yes.
If you could teach me an Irish jig, I'll be glad to take off my shoes, stick out some jig shoes, and let's start dancing. It's St. Patrick's Day. Why not?
Good to hear you listening to the show. Okay, so Harvey is the director of the Naugatuck the Naugatuck Senior Center.
Yes.
I've been blessed to be your friend, to have given seminars at your facility, which are always packed.
Very well attended, and they all enjoy meeting you. And you know why, Michael, they like meeting you? You tell it as it is. You explain it in a language that everyone can understand. As the director of a senior center, even I have difficulties trying to understand the language of Medicare, Social Security information, and when you come, everybody is calm, relaxed, and gets good information that they're going to be putting to good use so they can get their benefits.
Right. Well,
So I thank you for all your expertise, your time, and I know you're going to be stopping in right after you visit the museum this month of March.
yes, when's the next time you have me on your slate?
Michael, I have you checked off on our calendar for Thursday, March 29th at 1 p.m., and I want to invite not only members of the Naugatuck Senior Center, but members of your listening audience to come on down to our senior center.
See a beautiful place, right?
It's a 125-year-old carriage house, so it's a quaint part of Americana history. We're located at 300 Meadow Street in Naugatuck, Connecticut, next to Coddington's Restaurant. Come say hello to our secretary, Carol, and our driver, Stephen Cutler. They'll be waiting to greet you. And for all your listeners, if it's a nice, hot, warm day like it is now, I'll make everybody some cooling, refreshing iced tea. And if it's a cool day, we'll make some hot coffee. But
Beautiful.
I do invite everyone to stop over at the Naugatuck Senior Center to hear you discuss Medicare questions that people want answered on Thursday, March 29th at 1 o'clock.
Okay, now, what did you think about coordinating with the new director, Bob Burns, on the arts and education idea that I ran by you?
Our seniors are always wanting to learn new things and love to coordinate a program,
Yes.
have our seniors visit the museums. Seniors are expanding their brain cells. They want to learn new things,
Right.
From computer science to how to fill out their own Social Security forms. So, of course, we'd love to do some things with the arts and humanities.
Right, that's exactly where I'm going with this. I'm going to try to get legislation to pass some form of bus, some form of transportation. You said that they would have to pool it in the early days. But what I'm trying to do is have the senior centers have a facility that they can go to the senior center, get picked up there, and be brought to the museum for education on the beautiful art that's there, a little history of the background of the museum, and then after a tour with the very intelligent staff there, they would go back to their senior centers, wherever they were picked up from, and then they would continue on their day. But I really want to incorporate the museum with the arts and education. It's a win-win situation.
Well, I'd love to have you coordinate that with us and other senior centers, their directors. I'm going to suggest that you contact some of the bus companies that we deal with in our monthly travel expeditions.
I'm going to work on
have.
that. Barbara Kolaski and the fabulous Mrs. Philippone. I can call her Carmelina Philippone, very good friends of ours who own the bus company in the city of Waterbury. I will contact Landjet, Charles Brady, client of mine, Dennis Brady, Timothy Brady.
We use Landjet every month
we'll
when we go
coordinate
down
with
to the
some
casino.
facility to make this happen, I promise. You know I will.
Well, Michael, I thank you very much. It's a good idea, and we will once again see you on Thursday, March 29th at the Naugatuck Senior Center.
At 1 p.m.
1 p.m.
Great to hear your voice. Talk to you later, Harvey.
Bye, Michael.
All right. So we'll try to have the board quiet down a little bit to get Bob some time.
It's quite all right.
All right, so the whole concept here is I'm doing this, and I'm going to really do it. I'm doing this right. I have ideas, and I'm going to make them come to fruition. There is a lovely letter to the editor yesterday. Ruth so-and-so. I don't, you put your name out there, but Ruth something, Shazoskis. It was a letter to the editor. She said, please don't forget about us seniors. There's so much fun activity going on, and we don't have a way to get there. Well, I'm going to make that happen. If you can get yourself to a local senior center, I'm going to work with some form of communicable bus company that for a very low fee will come down. The key is that you can join the museum. You can become part of the community. There's a great restaurant there with David Allen Catering. Yeah. Bob is in town. He's large and in charge. And please give a little background on yourself. Tell the community how you came to choose Waterbury as your new employment. We're really lucky to have you, and take it away.
Thank you, Michael. I think pleasure. The lucky person here is me to have this opportunity to work with you and with the rest of the board at the Mattatuck Museum. As Michael said, I came to the Mattatuck from Olana, the home of Frederick Church, the Hudson River School artist who designed and built his own Persian fantasy home in Hudson, New York, high on a hill overlooking the entire Catskill Valley, the Catskill Mountains, and the Hudson River. The house has an art and decorative art collection created by Church, works by Church and friends of his, and then furnishings that he purchased around the world and from New York and filled the home. So the transition from a historic house museum with an art collection to the Mattatuck Museum, which has an unbelievable collection of history, art, decorative arts, ephemera from the history of the Naugatuck Valley, the 10 towns, and the state of Connecticut was a perfect move for me. And it coincided with the recent change of the mission of the museum by the board of directors to expand the collecting mission beyond the boundaries of Connecticut to encompass the entire country. So we already have some American art pieces that don't have a direct connection to Connecticut that have been in storage for many, many years. And we're looking forward to expanding our art, our decorative arts, our furniture, and ephemera as it relates to Connecticut and the rest of America. So it's a really exciting opportunity to be here for me, and a great pleasure to be on your show with you today.
Yeah, absolutely my pleasure. It is 1:26. We're going to plug our sponsors, take a commercial break. We'll be back, and then I'll have them explain their collection, just the whole thing. Talk to you in a few minutes.